Hello, welcome to class this month. Abs, back, glutes, thighs.
Welcome to onlinepilatesclasses.com, the most supportive Pilates loving community across the globe. Enjoy new weekly classes from our amazing teachers. Download the onlinepilatesclasses.com app today.
So this is kind of a theme of like, if you've heard the Toddler Call song, then you know the theme. But it's kind of just like, do we have everything together? So sometimes we're focusing on the arm back connection. Sometimes we're focusing on the fast connection. Sometimes we're focused on the feet or the wrists. And this one is kind of just like, where are my checkpoints at? Kind of like thing. Like, so now here is the deal. It is so easy to take this theme and become pretty perfectionisty about every exercise. And then let's get the checkpoints on every exercise. I don't want that to be your new habit. But in efforting towards you embodying these exercises so that you have this personal practice with us, I do think it's fun to have a little check-in time. Okay. So let's start with the roll back bar. And by the way, like out of all the 50-minute classes, right, the tower Cadillac workout is the most delicious because you have the most support. So there's the most checking in we can do. So here we go. Feet are on the pulse. Knees are slightly bent. Hands are on the bar. Thumb is wrapped around. All right. So then right there, those two touch points of our hands and our feet should help us get our thighs, glutes, and abs. Let's see. Round back. And did you lose your feet? Check in. And then roll on up. Now, the first one, I know what you did. If you lost your feet, you snuck in. So I know if your feet left, you did a little, oh, let me get them back on there. Try not to do that down there. If you're going to replace your feet, you replace them here at the top. All right, so here's the deal. Next checklist, that head, get it up to the ceiling and then continue to lift your head to the ceiling as you pull your waist back. And now your butt and thighs should be on in this nice, interesting way. And then when you will roll up, your knees will bend when they're supposed to. Funny how that works, right? If we lift taller and reach with the back of our legs, so hello, abs, back, thighs, then we can stay connected to the bar. Now, if you are still sliding off the bar, guess what you get to do as an OPC member? Send me a video and I will tell you what you are doing. Because you know what? We're not always the best measure of what we're doing. Stay down and roll your shoulders around. I saw myself doing something the other day and I'm like, oh, wow. My shoulders are rounded forward. I'm leaning forward. Didn't feel like I was leaning forward when I was doing it. Reverse, So it's good to have some eyes on you. Football players watch videos of themselves roll on up. I'm sure other athletes do too. Okay. One hand in the center, one arm around your waist, back. So that's your shoulder on your back, right? We got that. And then abs. Pull back, back, back. Thighs and glutes are on. Can you feel that? And then you're going to take your arm up overhead. And then you're going to slide the leg over. And here's our abs, back, hips, heels, right? So reach your heel into the pole. The other foot doesn't have to cross it. You can reach its heel and then pull your abs to the mat and pull your upper back to the mat. Breathe. And then slide the foot over, slide the arm around and roll on up. Woo. Other side. Pull it back. Waist pulls back. Reach into those feet. Take the arm overhead. So your shoulders connected to your back. You slide the leg over. You reach your heels. So your thighs are working, your outer hips are working, and your upper back's touching the mat. Breathe. Slide the foot back. Wrap the arm around your waist and roll it up. One more time each way, and let's not go so slow. Let's see if you can do your little checklist in your head. Maybe you have a different checklist for yourself because maybe you have a tendency to do something like arch here and then come in. So we don't want to go so slow to checklist all the time. We want to be able to turn these things on automatically. But sometimes we have to understand what is on so we can do that. All right, let's re-grab the bar with both hands and then pull your waist back to your tight spot. Okay, reach into those heels, feel your outer hips on, feel your hamstrings on, and then feel your shoulders on your back. Now to make sure your back is on, bend your elbows wide. And then reach the arms forward and bend wide and reach forward and bend wide and reach forward. 2, 1, and roll it up. Woo! All right, roll halfway back. Find your back. So I kind of pull wide on this bar. Dig the heels, feel your outer hips in, and then pulse. 1,
Pull your waist back 2. This helps you get that extra stretch for your future roll up. 3, 4, and 5.
Woo! Okay. Now, let's put that bar away and then lie back for your arm springs. So feet and knees are together, arms are up. Now, if you have yellow springs, I definitely want you to challenge yourself with your fingertips over your shoulders. If you have heavier springs like mine, then of course you could start further back, but the goal is to start with your fingertips over your shoulders. So check. Then bring your low ribs wide, so breathe into them. And then see where your tailbone's in space. Is it tucked under? Is it sticking out? So we want to find a nice even spot there. And then squeezing your legs together, push your arms down and lift your arms up. So the checklist for your abs is they should be working into the mat without you tucking. And then your thighs are squeezing together. Your outer hips are squeezing in. And one of the things I like to do is pull my feet back towards my seat energetically to get those thighs on. Can you pull the arms down without your shoulders coming off the mat? Oh my gosh, what a checklist. All right, hold those arms down and draw circles. They can be big or small, but basically the size that you can still keep your checklist on. And then reverse. Woo! Okay, for the tricep press, I am going to scoot back a little bit. But check in, feet, hips, thighs, abs, right? Now get those elbows into the mat, and then you can reach towards straight as much as your elbows are into the mat. The elbows are the most important checklist at this moment. So check that box. And if your elbows are lifting or splaying, slide back. 2 more. Last one. Woo! All right, open the arms wide to the sides. Take a deep breath in. Exhale as you check in with your feet, thighs, hips, abs. Open the arms up. Inhale. Exhale, check in with your low ribs, your shoulders, the pinky side of your hand. Inhale, open up. Exhale. 1 more. Rest. Whew, that was some good stuff. Okay, spin around. So if you're a glutton for punishment, you didn't have to, but like I'm going to give you a nicer 100. So feet are towards the springs, and the closer are the springs, the easier this is going to be. You do not need to lift the legs up for this to be awesome. So squeeze your legs together. Let the springs pull you up into that 100 scroll. Your neck should feel nice and loose. And then pulse the arms here as you inhale and exhale. So now as we check in, I'm going to do a little nail, hair, hip, heels. So I'm looking at my ankles, and my right ankle likes to splay out. So I'm checking in there. That's one of my like little always go-to checklist on that ankle. Then I'm going to check in with my knees because my right knee likes to lock out more. And my thighs, my hip points, and then my upper back. One more. And then roll on up. Woo! Awesome. Okay. This next series, if you want to do it with weights, you can. It might be a little hard with your arm springs, depending on how heavy they are. Rowing 1. So we're here. We're going to check in with that back. It's not a bicep curl. You should feel your upper back working. Then check in with your thighs and your glutes. Now check out the hair. Check out those heels. Check out that. You know the song? Okay, that's it. Check on those heels. He says it. Wrap your outer thighs and round back. Then while you're back here, open the arms up. Palms are facing back. Push and find your round shape that you just did with your roll back bar. Now reach your arms behind you. Circle them around. You should still feel your shoulders are on your back. So if you feel your shoulders in your ears, you are cheating. And then roll all the way up. And around back. Open the arms. Push them back. Dive in. Reach, reach, reach. Now check in with those thighs, check in with those hips, check in with the back and the abs. What are they doing? Your thighs are pushing down and your back is widening. Your abs are helping you lift. It's so tempting to round too much over those legs. All right, elbows up. Lean back with really lifted elbows. Oh, let's do that one.